are connecting people and spaces through technology. And this is a real estate matching service. We have entrepreneurs, particularly small business entrepreneurs, who want to move to a particular area or who want to develop a company, and they need spaces, they need physical spaces, but they need somewhere that will give them good value. So it may not necessarily be in a city, it might be in a rural area or a small community. And we would have two sides to our door. On the one side would be the entrepreneurs and the people who want to move somewhere, and on the other side we would have real estate people and investors who would be willing to accommodate those folks for their particular needs, and especially for the high-tech needs they would have. And the money would come through advertising and advanced features for folks who would want to subscribe to our service. And we would have a very good branding logo. We feel that's be very visible, a blue door. And we would also have social networking and interactive services that would be available, so that the entrepreneurs, for instance, there's more power to having more people in a particular area, as we've seen through guru.com as an example. So there would be the means for them to organize their own collaboratives and their own collective groups within the agencies, and real estate companies could do the same thing and help one another in developing these spaces.
Any questions for the presenter? You know, if you ask me critical questions, it might help out your group. Okay, so feedback from the judges. Who are the competitors in your market?
Who
are your competitors?
Well, I hear there are people like guru.com out there that are really tough to do.
I appreciate you plugging my company. That's bonus points for you. But who are your competitors?
We feel that any real estate company would itself offer these services, at least to some extent.
So traditional, like,
traditional companies do at least some of this, but they don't do it on the level of providing the networking, and they're not really focused on the small entrepreneur. That's really the group we're going after, to try to develop this in areas. And also, we're going after non-traditional areas to maybe move, not necessarily in big cities, or even within big cities. There'll be areas like, consider, for instance, the Garfield area in Pittsburgh, where there's a lot of artistic stuff going on. So it'll be more non-traditional areas that we try to develop.
You said sponsorship, you're going to sell sponsorships. Who are those real estate, I mean, who's going to buy those?
Okay, you know what, let me bounce that one back to our group, so they should.
Yeah, the whole group should come up, you know, don't leave the lone guy standing there. Feel free to come up.
All right, what will be the sponsorships? Well, I think one of the big things would be to try to utilize the fact that some of our competition, try to grab one of them as our key sponsor, where we can kind of work in collaboration with the services they offer in real life, as far as like having agents go out and send people to houses and work with individuals one-on-one. We offer it online, where it's that virtual connection first, and that's where through bluedoor.com they're going to connect, and then through one of those major companies. That would be a key element, to try to grab one of our leading competitors and try to work with them as alliance.
We had also talked about pairing with moving companies. So if you find a space that you're interested in another city, another town, the moving company could help you help facilitate those needs.
Is it just commercial, or is there an opportunity to take some of this technology to residential also?
Yeah, there's no reason to limit it to commercial, particularly some groups, some companies may be so small, maybe just one or two people or a few, and they could work out of their house. So that would be a very good model. And we'd be particularly interested in areas where they could, there'd be also commercial spaces available nearby. I mean, it is the small entrepreneur model, the small company model we're after, so that definitely would include residential.
Very good. Next group, Radio banana, nana, 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 nana. So that's second. So radio.
Second last.
Oh, second last. Okay.
That's it.
Let's. So. So smart garden.
I'll see you now, whatever, with their second last.
Okay. So
No, we go. Smart card ready.
you banana, nana, nana people were pretty sticky.
Alright, just so we don't have to waste a whole lot of time getting the internet connection together and stuff.
You can jack it into the input right over there. Smart. Okay.
Smart cap.
You're a presenter. You should know this stuff.
Yeah, I went through the thing, I paid a lot of attention.
All right.
Sean's left.
If you don't get it up, I'll zoom in on your laptop screen. Right? Yeah. Tech. No.
That's searching.
Tech guy in the back. No. No. Should it work? Yeah. There we go. How many?
We ready to go?
Yeah. Focused right on you.
We don't have everybody. See, they're back there working still, cheaters. Alright, so our idea was Smart Garden. We did the most intelligent thing I think you can do when starting a company. We looked at the words on the board, we picked words, and then we decided to figure out what we were going to do with the company. Which is probably not how you should ever do it. You should have an idea first, I think. But here's basically what we went with, smartgarden.com. So the initial idea was, let's make it Web 2.0. Let's make it all about people communicating with each other and community. So what we've done is Smart Art Garden. Get it? SM Art Garden. So the idea is here, and we were going to take letters out and do some crazy stuff, but that didn't work for Twitter, so we didn't think it worked for us. So we want a Smart Garden. Basically, the idea is everybody that joins the site as a creator or an artist can have their own page where they can add multiple pieces of art. All right, and this is a way for them to share this art with other people and other artists, and artists can collaborate. So as you have your own garden, other artists can link to you, therefore growing the garden to be larger and larger and larger. And everybody can share and become a community of artists and really make it something where everybody can come together. Not just one guy. Like me personally, I put a website out. I know 50 people. Those are the only 50 people that will ever go to the website. Smart Garden helps facilitate that to many people.
And
And
it
for
could be poetry, it
Could be poetry.
graffiti, it could be...
Right, and really I think it's important, much like many companies like your Google, your Yahoo, you start with what I think is a very good niche idea, and then from there the company could expand into many other things. And with a name like Smart Garden, the possibilities are endless. I mean, just absolutely endless with video, audio, art. But as far as monetization, because I think that's where we should go really quickly with this idea, is that initially with the art, and we're talking about also going after big artists, well-known artists, also integrating a plan for printing and allow people to purchase prints at a discounted rate, not Walmart, but discounted, and share that profit 50-50 with the artist and with the company. So, and then from that, we take care of on our side the printing and the shipping and that sort of thing. So that's at least the initial monetization.
I think our startup, Sean, too, because it deals with the arts and there are a lot of funding sources for the arts.
Sure.
That you might get some startup funding to launch this thing for 2 or 3 years, and then you could have other sources of art sales, advertising, people who have collaborative software, that kind of thing. So
Yeah. And as far as, because we are a group and not one man on an island, anybody else have any other things to add that I might have missed?
T-shirts.
T-shirts is another idea for monetization.
We'll print the T-shirts with the collaborative.
Also, we would allow each artist to have smartgarden.com/ say Jeremy or whatever, or Crazy Skull Art Guy, because he has a really good piece of art with skulls. But, you know, that sort of thing. So then we also have tagging, XML. You know, I'm a geek, so I'm all about XML and tagging anything that you can. So it would be built in a similar way to, say, YouTube or a Flickr,
It's a
but for art.
collaborative YouTube.
Google Document share is just another product.
Say.
Google Document share, people can work together at the same time on the internet.
Yeah,
Kinda
that was
like
good. That was kind of
art.
another like last idea we had was also to open up an art open up a piece almost like a whiteboard and allow other artists to kind of actually work on that piece. Of course, it could get complicated financially. Yes, Bill.
You made a comment about being able to do T-shirts. Would we be able to go to, say, one of our favorite artist sites and actually have a shirt made with their print on it?
Well, the issue there would be that much like mp3.com and many other companies copyright. I mean, obviously the artists have to allow us to
Right.
But yeah, if the artist is say a member of Smart Garden,
Yes, I
certainly.
agree.
And then would you use
Use
another service
PayPal.
like Spreadshirt or something to have the shirt?
We would try to integrate services like Spreadshirt and other companies in order to facilitate the printing and the high quality.
Right.
Radio Banana.
Yeah, radio.
Just a few more questions.
Sure. Go ahead,
A
Dave.
question from Bluebird.com. I didn't know if he actually, I didn't miss a little bit of the question. Like, as far as the copyright, like, I know when you upload something to YouTube, they have their little thing that says they control the rights of this video and how it's used.
Right.
Will users have that same dilemma when they upload a
Well,
image?
our legal team is currently working on that. But what I'm thinking is that obviously the artist would maintain their copyright like any artist would, and that we would maintain the copyright of the print as far as to protect the artist, but not to leverage the artist in any way.
Your site sounds almost identical to DeviantArt. What's going to
Well, here's the
differentiate
difference
yourself?
between Smart Garden and DeviantArt. We are not deviant.
Smart.
We're smart.
I think the real difference would be the whiteboard and things like that. It's like more collaborative art, and sort of the idea with like kind of a graphical garden. You got your garden, and you kind of mesh in other people's artwork too, kind of like your sense of aesthetics as opposed to other people's.
And from a GUI standpoint, I mean, does anybody think DeviantArt is the most amazing interface and the best, most incredible site to try and traverse? I mean, it's okay, but you know, I mean, we're talking Web 2.0. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Well, the collaboration side of it, yeah. So, and the thing I like about that idea is that you've got collaboration both from the artist to other artists, but also the artist to the end user or client.
So we don't go ridiculously over time. I'm gonna yank you guys.
All right.
And
Well,
then
thank you.
Bring out the cane.
Send us emails.
Thank you. So, Radio Banana, guys.
Do you think they would notice if I'm a Smart Garden?
You guys have, I think Justin probably needs some jacket. Yeah.
So she might notice.
Okay. Because of time issues, we're probably going to announce the winners and give out the prizes later during the day. So you might want to write like your names next to your companies too, so we know who to give it to later in the day. You can jack in right over there. It should have the Mac adapter there. Sean, can you help Justine out? Sean, can you help Justine out?
What's that?
Help her jack in, show her what you did.
Well, she needs to use the internet special adapter.
If you just need the internet, you can just use the PC and load it up. It's online right now. The PC should be...
She'll walk around with them. We just said that they had a couple of them. Well, yeah, she'll do the Vanna White. If you find it, I'll get it.
I'll zoom in on that really quick. Just bring, hold it in front of the camera for a second.
Somebody already had a banana.
Did I spell banana right?
I like banana, nana, 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 nana.
Num num.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
The Canadian did a good job.
The Canadian did do a good job.
All right, our setup.com is called radiobanana.com. Our tagline is Fresh Daily. What we're going to be producing is basically a MP3 player that is a radio as well. That is not only going to be bananas, it's going to be a fruit-based MP3 player. It's going to look like fruit. So it's going to be any fruit that you probably think of, we could probably produce. We're going to do it in a flat-faced format because if someone has like a banana in their hand, it's going to look kind of dumb. So and it's going to be very cumbersome to carry in their bag, especially if you're getting like the apples and the kumquats. It's not very economical. So what we're going to do is they're going to be basically a flat, similar probably to an iPhone slimness. And what we're going to look to do, we're going to look to incorporate not only MP3s but also satellite, XM, and Sirius. We'll also look to encompass iTunes on the phone or a content provider such as that. We will also be able to have a Wi-Fi involved into it, not necessarily to check email per se, but to receive wireless content on the go. So say we produce our own podcast and our customer wants to download our podcast, they don't want to have to download on the computer, plug their phone or MP3 player in. You can do it all wirelessly through your Banana Radio. So what we do is we would be able to have video content as well. We would all have our own content, which would be only the juiciest content possible. We would also have the self-expression by having your own choice of fruit. So if you want to be a banana, you're a banana. If you want to be a grape, you're a grape. I got moved. Anything else you guys want to add or anything?
With the content, as it says, with not only that, but it's fresh daily. So the content's changing and constantly from different ideas, from podcasting to music, and being able to just update it on a regular basis. And with the Wi-Fi, it's instantaneous. It can be wherever you're at. You don't need to be near a computer.
That's right.
So it's giving you that opportunity to be able to do that.
And we would have our own in-house content produced, and the ability then to have third-party content added whenever you would so choose.
Okay, so you're talking about doing content and device.
Right.
It's a physical property you're going to create.
Yes.
Where's your core competency going to be? In the property, like the hardware, the software, the content you're creating? Where are you guys going to focus most of your?
Probably what we're going to focus on first is actually do the hardware, and then go to content once we feel there's a market out there that actually is going to be able to retrieve it. And not only are we going to be able to create the content, but the users are going to be able to create the content also. And that way it gives it a more of an interactive interface with the product and with the consumer.
So then say, what is your favorite fruit?
That's right.
It'll also be Bluetooth enabled.
Absolutely. That's right.
Will there be Wi-Fi on your
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a Wi-Fi standard.
Yep, it's a Wi-Fi banana.
Didn't we just find out that there are 100 million iPods sold? If I already have an iPod, why would I need a banana MP3 player?
Because it'll check your email also.
Because the iPod doesn't do wireless streaming.
And it also doesn't do satellite. So we're basically combining into one portable
device.
unit that you're going to have multiple menus that you're going to be able to access through.
It will have to use
the same, and like with this, it's like more expressive. You know, what
Right.
fruit are you? Type of thing.
It have an expandability for the potential of a phone in the future, but right now.
Can I get this as an apple?
Absolutely.
Yes. However, we're looking into the copyright properties on
Probably
that.
not with a bite out. A bite out, it's probably not going to be recorded too.
Since this is early, I want to ask, how bio-friendly is this? Like, what kind of power is it running on? Is it like
Solar.
clock? Is that the technology?
It's solar. It's solar. See, right here in the tip, there's a small little solar panel there.
While you hold it.
While you hold it, because if you use it like because like we said, the phone idea is coming in, and that way, if you
And when I'm done with it and want to dispose or upgrade it, I just
You need it.
Eat it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
Absolutely.
Totally biodegradable.
Well, you're worried about potential peel lawsuits, you know?
That,
No,
our
it's
legal-
scratch resistant.
I hear there's pending legislation.
Our legal team is looking into that right now, but
Yeah.
we have not discussed full ideas
Absolutely.
with them.
Okay.
With local law.
You need somewhere to produce these, bluedoor.com has some.
Potentially. We'll see what the judges feel about your company, and then we might go with you.
Please, sir. All right, IT.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
All right. We don't have all this fancy technical equipment, so our logo's done on paper. We're the team from Lunch Connect. What are
Lunch Connect?
LunchConnect.cu. LunchConnect.cu. And my name's Tommy. I'm one of the directors here. I know you guys are all busy, so we're going to keep this quick.
I'd like to know how you guys in real estate are connecting with the people in marketing over at Spreadshirt. You're not. That's the problem. I'd like to know how the people at the zoos are connecting with the people who are making the MP3 players. You're not. That's the problem. That's where we come in. What we'd like to do is we'd like to get you guys together for lunch.
Okay.
You guys come to our place. You guys come meet us up as well. We'll cover lunch. Don't worry about that. We want to get this together. We want to get you guys together. We want to get you guys together to get that Blue Door MP3 player going. We want to get involved in that and buy you lunch. That's what we do. We're a business about connecting people. We want to get you guys together so that you can come up with the solutions. We don't want to be a part of the solution. We just want to make it easy for you to do them. We're doing this on 2 different levels. One, we're doing it internally. Different departments within Radio Banana. What about vegetables, guys? Come on! The production team doesn't know whether or not the guys in marketing and advertising want vegetables. Get them together. That's where we come in. And then, yeah, of course, the different companies, externally, and of course we've got our third product that we haven't really started working on yet, flash lunches and community lunches. This is 400 people getting together in a park at tables we provide with lunch we provide for free from different industries to get together. People in radio, real estate, marketing, animal care, I guess. Yes?
How do you make money?
Sorry?
How do you guys make money?
I'm going to turn it over to the guys in just a minute. If any of you are interested in having lunch with us, just get in touch. My name's Tommy. Tommy at radioconnect.cu. I'd love to get together with lunch for you.
Yeah, we'll have lunch outside about noon.
We'll have lunch outside. Actually, our friends over at guru.com are providing us with lunch today. We're going to work with them to get the freelancers together and have lunch with all the freelancers, as many as we can, in one big giant room somewhere.
Okay.
A football field somewhere.
730,000 people.
Ah, the online component. Yes, sorry. We're online. We've got a website. The other thing, too, as much as we love business to business, we're in Pittsburgh. There's people here from LA, from San Francisco. You guys can't get together easily for lunch, except through the net.
You know,
So,
like Second Life.
Second Life, but forget Second Life.
Okay.
We're gonna put we're gonna send you webcams. We're gonna let you set up with the flash lunches in the different cities and such. Yeah, I'll get to that. We're gonna send you guys webcams. You guys can sit in your living room, have lunch with a guy in San Francisco, and negotiate a deal that way. All through our service. So the other thing too, we're launching New York, we're launching San Fran, we're launching Toronto, we're launching London, we're launching Sydney. How are we doing this? The flash lunches. We're going to have 400 people together in one spot for a free lunch on us in the middle of a park. Central Park, downtown New York, free lunch. Why not? So I'm going to turn things over to Ron now, who's our business director. He's going to tell you a little bit more about how we do this and how we make money.
We're making markets. That's how it is. It's an internal market. It's a business expense when somebody, in a large company, just has to. They don't have divisions talking, things like that. They're going to spend the money anyway. Competitors are the touchy-feely consultants. Guru's a competitor because they find the right staff for professional staff in other companies. But we're going to make money by concentrating markets, concentrating eyeballs on the screen while you're talking to Isaac, Chrissy, Rob, Tommy, and Tim, and everyone else out here during your flash lunch. We have information on the participating companies coming through here. It could be marketing information. It's anything that people want to have. Sample shopping, things like that. But then it becomes advertising. It becomes sales. It becomes audience enlargement. Better name for that somewhere. But we can expand markets, expand the audience for people through flash lunches, the online. And the viral marketing aspect where we get everybody together, the Central Park, wherever. Other competitors are, LinkedIn, but it's not as fun. We want to make it, fun. People need to have a good time where they're getting
LinkedIn's more personal.
business done.
I can't shake your hand on LinkedIn. I'd like to.
And
everyone eats.
To get this.
And everyone eats.
So that's where we see the money coming from. How we're going to do some outreach and solidify the market. Rob will talk about that.
We're advertising in 3 ways. The first is the flash lunches, Central Park, that you have already heard about. The second is we're going to go to Logitech and and find a webcam provider and work on sending people free webcams. And the third way is we're going to talk to restaurants and other caterers in the area so that they know about our services, they tell their clients about our services, and we promote each other, and so that we all benefit. To tell you a little bit more about our logo is our Director of Advertising, Kristen.
Our logo, we just wanted to make sure, like, everybody wants to be able to see each other when you're doing the web thing, and everybody loves to talk. So if we just meet, eat, and enjoy, and soak up everything that everybody has to tell us, it's endless possibilities. I mean, you can learn from anybody, anywhere. Just instead of everybody going and having to drive, I drove 2 hours to get here, I didn't have to do that. All I had to do was just sit down in front of my computer at home, and we could have had this, everybody could have the exact same conversation, just the worldwide telephone
Just to touch
call.
on a quick point that Ron skipped over for the money side. The business-to-business lunches are obviously a fee-based service. We're providing the service of connecting the guys over at the MP3 market with the real estate agents. So we're going through and we're connecting those people and we're finding the people. You can also come to us as, say, a real estate company and say, hey, we want to do marketing. Can you find us 100 marketers in Pittsburgh? Sure we can. We can find 100 marketers and give you all lunch. Why not? So we'll bring everyone together. So of course those are going to be fee-based services as well. So we've got a second revenue stream coming in from the offline world as well as the online
We like
world.
the idea of targeted gatherings as well as random gatherings.
Of course, the flash
Instead
lunch
of
is
those-
the random gatherings of 400, 500 people getting together for lunch. Kind of like this, only not necessarily market targeted, but we could do market targeted lunches as well. New media flash lunch in the middle of Pittsburgh. Why not?
You guys get it? All right. If anybody else has anything to say?
Any questions at all? Yes.
Like, what would keep it from connecting, I would say, like what I would refer to as like junk mail, but like those offers, I think when I search monster.com and it's an ad for like the perfect job, and I sit down to lunch and I realize this guy wants me to stuff envelopes for $12 an hour, you know what I mean? Like, how would you control, like, I would say, like spammer type job requests? People come to you that sound legit, but they just want to find a huge market of people wanting work.
You might run into that in the beginning, but there's going to be
We're
customer
gonna-
rating that will actually just lock that stuff out.
We're going to have, of course, like you said, the rating system that we're putting in place. The other thing, too, is that we've got a team who interviews people really thoroughly. If you come to me and say, hey, listen, I've got this great business pitch, pitch it to me first. Okay, well, what I want you to do is I want you to stuff envelopes. No thanks, get out of my office. So, I mean, we've got a team that's going to be, interviewing people who want to do lunches. It's not going to be a difficult process for people who want to get together with us, but it is going to be kind of that extra filtering system to stop those envelope stuffers and such from using our
Yeah,
service.
there's ways to do that, even for automated connections, things like that with CAPTCHA and stuff like that.
The software that you're going to be using to connect everybody, is it user-friendly?
Absolutely.
The website, of course, it is.
Yeah, it's primarily Flash-based, because Flash has built-in
Yeah,
video.
the web-based software, of course, I mean, obviously in the offline world, pen and paper is what people use, so it's very user-friendly.
Even if your
that way.
computer has fallen off the bottom of the grid, it's no longer tech savvy, I'm like, you can connect.
We'll be there.
You can run it on DOS. You can run it on
I hear there's a new version
Okay.
of Links around now, too.
Yeah.
All right.
Any other questions?
I'm sorry.
Any more questions? Okay, so I'm sorry
All right,
about I'm sorry about going slightly over, but we were 10 minutes behind schedule. Now we're only 6 minutes behind schedule, so we saved some time. Because of the time crunch, we're probably going to announce the winners either during lunch or at the end of the day. Since there was such great companies and innovations and ideas, we're probably going to give prizes in multiple categories. And even if you don't win, remember, everyone's a winner today. So have a great rest of the conference. If you want to stick around, exchange business cards, talk to somebody, feel free to do so. But the 11 o'clock session probably already started. Sorry about that.
Where are you going to put your stuff?
Probably here. This is the most secure.
But I don't really care.
People aren't going to steal from those securities.
Hopefully
When I see that, I don't think we're going to
Because all I can see is Apple, on the big Apple Mac. I mean, and all you can see is just, all these videos, and it would just be great concept.
All I can see is 500 people sitting at picnic tables in the middle of
See,
Central
I'm
Park.
all internet. I'm all, just like getting connected. I mean, that is what's really.
I do web development and new media consulting, so I have to be all internet. But the thing that really got me was I thought,
Yeah.
Is that typical?
What?
Is that typical level of creativity?
Yeah, that's good. I was really sad. I was really happy.
That is.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the session?
I'm sorry?
Did you enjoy the session?
That was outstanding.
Thank you.
That'd be cool. There's some ideas.
Time to go check that.
Yeah, you could go check it. What you guys think?
Ooh, hi. Hi, how are you?
Aren't you late for your panel? Aren't you on a panel? Bye, Justine. What you guys say? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I have to go too.
Okay.
Bye.
So is this your idea or someone else's?
You know Cindy Klosky? She helps.
Yes, yes.
That's who I work for right now.
Okay.
So we're kind of doing.
So you're branching off and drawing into Butler while she has Pittsburgh? Or?
Well, no, actually, she has Butler. This is her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she has a web design building company called Big Design,
Yes.
and then she had this also as another venture. And I kind of jumped on. It was just good timing. So.
Now, are you looking at doing some other communities too? This campus being like studio environments and
Probably CRM here some more.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, it should be you and Justine in a dead heat for best logo.
Oh yeah?
Who do you think?
I don't know.
You think you got the
'cause
slight
Justine-
edge?
Well, Justine's a pretty good logo designer, but you know.
Did you blatantly steal that idea from Creative Treehouse?
No, I didn't. Actually, our group really actually worked together very well. I mean, it kind of seemed like in the presentation.
What do you think of the session? You like this kind of format?
I love this kind of idea. I think this is the way to present. It's a good way to. I think it was really important from the beginning in our group to make everybody stop being serious and start kind of being creative.
Yeah.
So I think that was the fun side to it, was making everybody be creative.
What are you going to tape next?
I don't know because it's late. I don't remember.
Yeah, I got to get going because I'm already late.
Mine's at noon, so I just want to make sure I wasn't late for mine.
going home with a business idea.
Here we go, yeah, we're really gonna.
How funny would that be if a year and a half from now we start emailing each other and actually...
A lot of people do follow-ups. They do a website either as a mock, and if they're serious, they sometimes get VC.
Well, the software, half the software is already there, Tom.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
It's just doing the video component of it.
Mostly
to be able to do.
online side. The offline side is where we're going to make most of our money, though. Because
You put your tech needs on guru.com, you can find a Ukrainian programmer to work
I'm sure we could. I'm sure we could.
Pennies on the dollar. Pennies on the dollar.
The thing where we're going to make most of our money, though, is Google's going to pay us $10,000 to meet up with whatever.
Right.
With Rightly or whoever else they're buying that.
But the other thing that's going to be too is good for that is that
All right, no problem.
they can meet locally.
Later, guys.
Locally, and then those that can't make it in or get stuck somewhere.
Can pull it over the net if they need to. Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. I don't know where I'm going now.
The question is, should I save this logo? This beautiful piece of
It's an awesome logo.
I think so.
This was literally the default font. I did not choose the font at all.
I've lost my step.
All right, thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun.